YouTube is live. Thing. YouTube live. Okay. Wait for TikTok to go live. TikTok. Try this for a second time. TikTok. Waiting for everything to pop up here. Is it live? Come on, TikTok. We're about to review the game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let me try this again. Try this one more time. TikTok does not want me to go live here. So, maybe just maybe. Chat room, how we doing? How we doing? All right, I think we're live now. Okay. Finally went live for me. Took me a hot minute there. Could not for the love of me get that stream to start up. But I think it's live now. Maybe? Possibly? Yeah, we're live. I see people coming in now. So the Canes lose, and unfortunately the season. Man, I'm hurt. Me too, William. Me too. You join the Oilers or the Stars bandwagon? No, my team's out. It's over. The Thunder's going to the NBA Finals. Yeah, saw that. Yeah, no, when my team's out, yeah, that's it. Done and dusted. Give us hope. I mean, they did give us hope. Unfortunately, there. You're sad? No, I get it. I mean, it hurts. It hurts, to say the least. Definitely hurts. Yeah, unfortunately, the 2-0 there. Don't be sad it's over. Be happy it happened. Yeah, that's. I'll be happy about this season in about a month. You're a Leafs fan, so I'm definitely cheering for the others. Oh yeah, no. Whoever comes out of the West, I'll definitely be cheering for. He did Chatfield. What was his injury? I honestly have not. I have no clue. I don't know what Chatfield's injury was necessarily, but you know. But yeah. Unfortunately, that is how it'll end. Worst ways that it could. My dad. We have the fist mode. I mean, yeah. Look. I'm going to absorb what's happened here. I know that we got all these different things ahead of us, but it's still upsetting. It's disappointing. I mean, we may have seen the end when it comes to Burns and Orlov. Maybe KK. Yeah, I know it was like a retool year, but it still hurts. Trust me, I had that one. Sad days. It is sad days. Whoever wins the West is who I'm pulling for sure, too. Sam Bennett goal shouldn't have counted. I mean, I'll be honest with you. That means the Stars lose tomorrow. If it goes the same there, what do you think is time to have a coach? It's not time to have a coaching change, no. Carolina outperformed the way that they were supposed to this year, for sure. Yeah, should I punch 8 holes in the wall? That's how it feels. It's if it's a repeat of last year, you're gonna crash out. No, I get that. I mean, yeah, you can't really change that one. It was a good run while it lasted. We beat the narrative, and now it's time to rebuild the offseason. Yeah, so that's another thing too. Is like going forward, we won't have to deal with that. You know, we won't have to deal with the narrative that we can't win a game in the Eastern Conference Final. We put that to rest, and after we finally overcame the curse, we made it a series. Even tonight, Carolina looked good. But what are your needs? Carolina needs a 2C. I don't think that we really have a good 2C. It's going to be tough to figure that out necessarily. I'll be honest with you too. I'd like to see Stankoven in that top 6 as well, because Stankoven definitely deserves to be up there. He plays his heart out, and he's good. He's been consistent. We do need a consistent goalkeeper as well. I don't know exactly which way we would go with that, but we got to do something. Gibson would be a decent one, you know. Yo, what's up, Dash? You welcome in here. Gibson could be an option for Carolina. Yo, what's up, me? Welcome in here. You don't know how they missed the 2 high sticks. I mean, there was a lot of missed calls by the refs. The refs were awful. They've been pretty consistently terrible this whole thing. Carolina gets called for a lot of stuff, whether it be retaliatory or whatever, but, you know, bad refs all around the whole series. But one of the things that was the most frustrating to me was the penalty by Kotkaniemi today. I feel like that really changed the tone, and not to mention the fact of following that immediately what happened is we win the face-off right after the penalty, and Mylk tries to get the puck. The ref's in the way. He can't get a good hold on it to throw it down the ice. And then the next thing you know, they get it. They pass, tip in from Tkachuk, and that makes it 2-1. They score 20 seconds later, and Carolina's not – they're still hung on everything that just happened. It was just terrible. KK might have played his last game in Carolina, though. Series is over. Yeah, series is over. It's 4-1. It's 4-1 is the final. Florida wins 4-1 games-wise. But, yeah, Florida did win. But at the end of the day, oh, for sure. Ride or die for the Canes no matter what there. You have KK and Orlov are gone. Yeah, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't think that he'll be back. But Burns, what's up, A-Subs? Or Azobs? Canes? I love my Canes, man. I love my Canes no matter what. I've showed up after every loss I've been here, all right? I'm a Canes fan through and through. Canes played decent in the last couple of games, so I'll take that. Another hurricane heartbreak for my team. You hate the Canes? You don't like the Canes? Why not? I love the Canes no matter what. For sure. For sure. I love my Canes no matter what. It doesn't matter who they play or whatever happens. I'll be a Canes fan. I was trying to wear the Lucky Canes shirt tonight, but it didn't work out this time. It worked. You're an Isles fan? Oh, fair enough. That's fair. Miss, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that. You think the Oilers beat them? I do. I do think the Oilers are going to go. They're going to go with revenge now. I think we actually are. This isn't the way that I predicted it. I did predict a Canadian winner to win the Stanley Cup this year, but I didn't actually have it as the Oilers. You're an Isles fan, though. Yeah, Carolina and the Isles have definitely had their fair share of back and forth lately over years here. Next year's our year. I mean, honestly, I know that people will say, like, once the season's over, next year's our year. But Carolina, with the cap space and how far they did this year, they got a lot to build off of. The Jets. I did have the Jets, but yeah, the Jets underperformed tremendously. Hellebuyck just is not a playoff guy, and it's pretty much set that way. Hellebuyck. You're a Hawks fan, but the Canes are a good team. Florida's just on one. Yeah, I mean Carolina got to their game way too late. If we would have seen this Carolina play earlier on in the series, would have been nice. But as a Blues fan, we had those guys. Right. We had a good run this year. Yeah. Retrospectively, if you think about the year and stuff and everything Carolina did this year, it was great, right? I mean, I honestly, what is the missing puzzle piece for the Carolina? They need a 2C and they need consistent goaltending for sure. But yeah, do you have any trade value on our roster in your opinion? I mean, we've got those 2 first-round picks that we got from the Stars. I don't think that we get rid of Svechnikov unless there's like an unreal offer. I don't really want to get rid of him. I know that's just something people have been floating around. What if the Canes traded Svechnikov? But I'll be honest with you, the future that Carolina has, we'll have to see. The offseason will be interesting, though. Don't mean to get off subject, but those Carolina Panthers look nice. I'm excited for the Panthers this year. Man, the Carolina Panthers wide receiver room is night and days better than the previously. The only Panther I care about, the Black Panther, ladies and gentlemen. You're so appreciative that we made the Eastern Conference Final. Me too. Not just that we won one, Josh. That means the world. The fact that Carolina was able to get one and win one, that's what matters. That's what matters the most to me. Because we end that streak, and if we get back to the Eastern Conference Final next time that we're back in this game, this series, that just means it's not a narrative. Oh, let me respond to some stuff here. Frederick Anderson is a good goalie in my opinion, but I don't know. Yeah, he's just getting kind of up in age, and he's kind of hard to trust that much. To be honest with you, there, Austin. It can be frustrating though. Let's see here. You think that if they kept Freddie in that game, that they would have won? Are you talking about like game 3, right? I mean, maybe. They won game 4. Yeah, game 4, Carolina, Freddie was in. Freddie needs to be more consistent. He does need to be more consistent. I mean, he does great. I don't really have a problem with him necessarily. I just think he's getting older and like the injuries there. But Carolina definitely needs a second, you know what I'm saying, a second guy to like make it more consistent so that we can trust them, you know what I'm saying? You know, your Stars better come back with fire. They're going to need a lot to come back every year. What, Alex? You trust them in the regular season, but I guess I'm scared in the playoff. No, I get it. I mean, and I'll be honest with y'all. I know that Freddie does okay and he does decent, but the thing is Carolina is a high time. Like, they hold on to the puck so much, high possession, everything like that. So Freddie doesn't have to face that many shots. And even if he only faces, like, say, 15 to 20 shots, if he allows, like, 3 to 4 goals, that's not really that good of a high, save percentage. So, like, that can be a problem. This is off topic, but the Carolina Panthers will win the Super Bowl. I hope so, Austin. I'd love that. Stankoven will be huge next year. I agree. Logan Stankoven, I mean, let's just be honest here. I know, things could change, but Logan Stankoven, without a doubt, has been a more consistent player than Mikko Rantanen during this playoff. I mean, yes, Rantanen's had those, like, 2 hat-trick games, but other than that, it's not much. I mean, his presence is definitely one thing. I'm not saying that Logan is better than him. But I would say that they're very comparable in their production for each team. I would say that Logan Stankoven has been more consistent, But to add to that, Carolina got tons of other capital with that trade. So I think Carolina did great with that. What other thing can happen in the future? We'll have to see. GG's to all the Panthers fans in the chat. I mean, I came on here regardless, I think I should get a little bit of props. I came in here no matter what. Oilers in the 6th of the final. I think the Oilers will go. That was a frustrating game. GG's. Yeah, GG's. We always shake the hands after the series, right? You think we should trade Kochetkov in the offseason? I'm not opposed to it. If we trade Kochetkov, I'm really not opposed to it. I know some people are like, don't want to get rid of him, and I get it. I like him a lot too. I like his personality. I think he's funny, but like, I want to win. I don't care if it's like, you know, especially if they could get like either of Anaheim's goalies or like Gibson, something to that extent. And we let go of Alex Nedeljkovic for much cheaper than that. See, every time we play against Jacksonville Jaguars, I know, Austin. I hope so. Not to mention, you know how we have the patch every single year. We at least make it to the conference final the year after. So we'll see if history repeats itself for the Panthers this year. Panthers were the laughingstock of the NHL 20 years ago. We're all getting the payback for it now. Well, the Canes were a laughingstock for like the 2010s essentially until 2019. Me too, but he let 6 goals in the first game he played. No, I get it. No, I'm not saying that we need to keep him. I'm just saying that I get it if they do. I get either way, honestly. I'm not opposed to either. You would say Swayman, but he likes this Swiss cheese. And then some this year, yeah. Yeah, but your fans showed up. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Look, I've watched a lot of hockey, and I'm not like, I would expect more from the Florida fan base to show up to their games. It has been the quietest game that we've had. Like everywhere we've been, like everything I've seen, like that has to be like the environment most away team friendly. What's up, Totally Human? Welcome in here. I mean, that's gonna be tough though. Am I doing the UCL final? When is the final? I have not kept up with Champions League this year. I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. It's been the last thing on my mind. Please let me sign Orlov's. Oh no, Orlov will probably be gone though. Let's see. Let's hope, bro. I'm ready for the NFL season. Bryce Young and his offense really look good in training camp. They have. Look, it's training camp, so I'm not going to take too much. But the OTAs right now. I mean, since you can't lost now, you got to go support your Yankees. Fair enough, Austin. Fair enough. Look, I'm a free agent baseball fan right now. I'm a free agent baseball fan, but I have been typically pulling for the Yankees just because of my admiration for Jazz Chisholm. Nick coming in with the Rosa. Thank you for the Rosa. Thank you for the Rosa. Thank you for laying the Rosa on the grave of the Canes. I appreciate it. If Mitch Marner goes in free agency and the Canes get him, that would be fantastic. I think so too. I agree with that as well. The goalie market is extremely dry this year. Yeah, the only way you can really get a goalie if you want one is you have to trade or build one up yourself. It's really hard. But yeah, I hope we can do something to that extent there. So you can't deal with a 24 repeat at the finals, please, at this point. I don't care who they face, they must lose. I get that, Sarai. I mean, I'm pulling for whoever comes out of the West. So we'll see, though. We'll see. I honestly think it's going to be the Oilers, but Canes are just a goalie away. Yeah, I mean, if they did, let's see, Bruins need Marner, Canes need Swayman. We were talking about the Swayman there a minute ago. I think there's a little bit of concern there, though. UCL finals this Saturday. Okay. Inter Milan versus, is it Arsenal? He's such a crybaby, but he's a good player. We need him. I mean, I'll take it, right? But do we get the Mitch Marner that scores 30 goals or Marner that complains about every pass? I mean, I think that he would enjoy the high pressure that Carolina plays. I think that he would really enjoy that because there's so many offensive opportunities. And there's nobody on Carolina that has an ego at all. And, like, if he comes to Carolina and becomes that ego, like, that's not going to be a problem. And I don't think that it would be a Mikko Rantanen situation because Mikko, I mean, let's just be honest with that. He's a lazy player. He doesn't like to go back and do stuff. But I think Marner would definitely fit into that for Carolina. I also think Tavares would be a solid fit for Carolina. I know he's older, but I think that would be a good pickup for Carolina if they do that. Who's my basketball team? I pull for the Hornets. So, yeah, playoffs and Hornets are not two sentences that go together. We hate Swayman. He burned his bridge in Boston last year, so I think the front office would ship him. Swayman absolutely tanked the vibes going into 24. Imagine if we were able to keep Mikko. I mean, it would have been nice, but Miko just doesn't really fit the Carolina style. Let's see, Miko threw a Class A hissy fit when he was here. The thing was, is like they wanted him here too. You know, Carolina fans wanted him here, and they wanted everything to go that way. But yeah, I mean, he just didn't want to be here, and we didn't learn that until he was here. So like, unfortunately, I have no problem with Eric Tulsky in making that swing, and you swing and you miss. You know, nobody bats 1,000. So like, look at me using baseball references. That's good, man. You'll fall in love with the. I mean, I don't know if I'll fall in love with the Yankees. I definitely am waiting for a team in the Carolinas, but let's see. Not to take away from any of the other guys, but they're just too small and getting hit all the time. No, I get that. We do need some big guys, but I think Alexander Nikishin will definitely help with that next year. By the way, Mylk is unreal, regardless of age, right? Can't wait to see Nikita Quap. That's down the line, right? I told you. The Panthers real go cat. Hey, well, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? You're one of the 4 teams I will play for. Like you said that publicly. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of. He said he would only play for 4 though. Opinion on the collapse in the second. It was just a bad thing that was Caniac hockey. I mean, KK did a bad penalty. We had the face-off that we won right after the penalty there. Martinook tried to get the puck. He could have got good possession if the ref wasn't just right there. The ref gets the way he couldn't get good possession of that when he was trying to send the puck down there to, you know, clear it so that they'd have to come back into the zone. Ref gets in the way. The Panthers get a hold of it. Carolina shoots, and Tkachuk redirects it. They get a goal. Carolina's dazed, and they scored 20 seconds later, and then it's tied. And after that, Carolina was just hurt. It was a lot of hurt. Reno, thank you for the follow, by the way. It was a lot of stuff that just happened, and it just really hurt. Also, Carolina being down 2 defensemen. I mean, look, if anything that you can take away from this game is that regardless, you know, because the thing that I heard about Carolina winning their game, it was that like they can't win against a full team of Florida, and I get it. Right, we lost. But we were in that game even with our 2 defensemen out. Sean Walker, Jalen Chatfield, 2 guys that have been absolutely unreal for Carolina during this playoff run. They were not in, and Carolina hung with them. And if not for Hagee getting an unreal goal there at the end, I mean, we might have been in overtime, you know, but then the empty netter. But 5-3 overall. Redo Guns, think about the follow there. You missed Chatfield this series. I did too. If Chatfield would have been in for Morrow, I think that would have been unreal. And the future with Carolina with Nikishin, I think, is going to be so good too. And Rod, we trust. I mean, Rod is the future for sure. It's gonna be tough, but all the cap space that Carolina has in the future, that's what I'm excited for. Love the team no matter what, you know. Tough though. It's tough though. That last goal was such. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, the Sam Bennett. Yeah, I wish we could have scored on that too, just to tie it up. All the goals are just so much better than ours. All their goals are so much better than ours. Yeah, well, a lot of theirs, it's just kind of like good situations, and I feel bad. I really was hoping that Sebastian could have completed a hat trick tonight too. You think so? You can't wrap your head around the people that say that Rod isn't the answer. I get that. Some people are just mad because, I mean, that's a reactionary thing that like fans have in general. It's like team lose, fire coach. But I think that like it's you know, you got to look at the situation. Carolina losing 50% of their players last year, having the quote unquote retool / rebuild. People call it a retool for Carolina. I call it a rebuild just because losing 50% of your roster, I think that's a rebuild. I mean, you're not just retooling like 2 or 3 positions. You're literally losing half of your team. You're changing what could potentially have been your best player that was literally coming in with Jake Gunsel. Unfortunately, losing him was very sad. But, you know, if we were able to get him in, I think that could have been different for us. There's just a lot of different things that could have been different. Yeah, but it's been a minute. As a Panthers fan, Canes fans are 1,000 times better than Leafs fans. Well, I appreciate that. Glad to have you here. And look, I'm extending my hand for the handshake. All right, look, we lost. It is what it is, okay? I'm shaking the hands of the Panthers fans in here. So, if you're a Panthers fan, that's your opportunity to shake hands. I mean, look, it's, nothing against the Leafs fans, but we get talked bad about too. But I don't know. I feel like I'm proud of my Canes this year. I know it's frustrating. It is what it is, but appreciate you. Do y'all want me to cover the Stanley Cup? I was debating this before. You miss Trocheck and D'Angelo. The first half of that, kind of. I don't miss D'Angelo at all. D'Angelo's buns. I don't know if he even's good enough playing the AHL, honestly. You live 20 minutes away from the Florida Panthers arena. Well. That's pretty nice. Can I cover the NBA Finals? I thought about it. You just like D'Angelo. Man had a hat trick against his own team. Didn't he, literally score a hat trick against his own team? I don't want that on my team. I'll tell you one thing that he was decent at, and that was potentially quarterbacking on a power play. Better than Orlov? Orlov's not great. Potato. I still don't want either in that case. I potentially go for somebody else or get a trade. And then we got another guy I would like to see Carolina bring up and maybe try out next year is Nadeau. Bradley Nadeau, I think, would be a good guy for Carolina to get in the rotation. But we'll have to see what they want to do with that. But yeah. It's tough. Thanks for the likes, though, by the way, Nick. Appreciate that. 5.3K. A lot of likes tonight. Doubted me. A lot of people didn't think I'd get on here because of that. But, it is what it is. It was a tough one, though. Yeah, I got some people upset there, but yeah, they didn't believe in us, but God did. Man, oh man. And what's funny too, though, is when Carolina won the nice game 3-0, and I said that all the Cats fans were in my chat, and they were like, no, it's they only got it. They said they only got it 1-0. Appreciate y'all. What do you mean? When the game 4 was the best win until we get the cup again? No, for sure. Unless we can get the cup, that's the best. Well, actually, I would say winning the Eastern Conference Final, But yeah. Unfortunately, Carolina getting the streak over with, though, that means a lot. Narrative out of the way, right? Narrative out of the way. Realize no more Hurricanes games, right? That's how it feels, right? Clear skies down here. I get you. Our time will come. Time will come, though. I really think the future for Carolina is great. I do think that they win at least one cup in the next 10 years. I really do believe that. The team is built for the future. Do you think your Rangers will be better next year? I think they will. I think they got to a better start at the end. I think the guy did a better start towards the end of the year. Um, but I don't know. Metro's kind of weird for the future. People have a lot of faith. I don't know. I don't know what the Capitals are going to do. If they're going to be able to replicate what they did this past season. People talk about the Devils. I really don't have a whole lot of faith in the Devils, to be honest with you. I mean, they'd have to have an extreme overhaul, but they definitely got better at goaltending. You feel you for your Minnesota fan? Come on, Aaron Judge hit a home run. Aaron Judge hit a home run there. What's the Yankees doing? 1-0, top of the 7th. So the Angels are doing a little bit better this year. They're not as bad as have been in the past. I'll say that much. At least I don't have to watch the. I don't have to watch the hockey too much. I did have the graphics change, as you can see this year, so that's different. That's a little different. Unfortunate though. Unfortunate. But yeah, the Canes are out. That is tough. I do have the New York skyline behind me, so like maybe just maybe. Maybe just maybe. Yeah, tough game for the Canes. Season's over. What can you say? And now the stuff though. It is tough to. It's tough pill to swallow. What can I say? But on to next year, bro. You told me. No, I'll never accept it. I'll never accept it. People tell me many things. I was told it was going to be ending in 4, and it didn't happen. Panthers are a good team. It was tough for the Canes. No, it was. I mean, we just had a lot of unfortunate situation here. Why Canes? They let us hope, Lori. They let us hope, and then it hurt. It all came crashing down when it didn't need to, because it looked good, it was promising, and then next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom, it hurt. I would have called you a liar if you would have told me at the end of the first period that Sebastian Aho was not going to get a hat trick tonight. Step right up and meet the Mets. Kotkaniemi has played his last game as a Cane. That experiment is over. Yeah, actually, I literally tweeted that earlier. I'll show you my tweet. Yeah, I literally posted that earlier. I was like, the KK experiment might be over. Tough. Bye to the Hurricanes. Tough. I should have told you what else I tweeted. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, I tweeted that too. Look at it while clear the chat at the bottom if you can tell it. That was my contribution to the interwebs tonight. Oh, unfortunately. Yeah. Lagarto, how you doing? Thank you for the likes, by the way. Appreciate that. Next year, y'all have 4. Well, I think the Carolina will be better next year. We'll have to see if we can do as well this year. Dahl, Burns, and Hall. Sleeping. I think that the frustrating part for me tonight necessarily was KK. Kotkaniemi's had a bad game, and that kind of hurt us quite a bit. Burns will probably be gone. Hall's not gone. Hall will not be gone. If you had to put money on it for the wins at all. If you had to, GG's, bro. Your team is nice. Well, thanks. GG's. Unfortunately, we got a lot of stuff we got to figure out in the offseason. We got a lot of money, so. What's up, Hockey? How we doing? You don't mind the idea of one more year for Burns? He played really well this series. He did, but I would like to kind of move on from now. I hope he retires, honestly. I don't want to get rid of him, you know what I'm saying? But I hope he retires there. You don't see the Panthers repeating. It would be tough for the Panthers to repeat. It really would. They don't feel as good as they were in the past. 1-16 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Hey, we ended the streak, and that's all that matters. You can't hold that against us. If you're going to go all time, we definitely have a better record than that. You have to build your team for the playoffs. I mean, Carolina was in a retool slash rebuild year. So, like, is Burns done? He might be. I don't know. There was a lot of questions, but there's a reason there's not many 40-year-olds are playing hockey right now. I mean, Ovechkin's getting ready to turn 40 years old, but it didn't really help him there. Listen, you don't like Florida, but they have the confidence and experience. I mean, they do, but and still, I think for the fall there, I think that a lot of people, especially if you're not like a Canes fan or you don't follow the Canes, understand that like Carolina kept in it and didn't have two of their starting defensemen this game and the last one when they got to their best. I mean, honestly. And Morrow in was just an absolute Lori follows. But if the Canes can't get over the Eastern Conference Final hump, how much longer do they keep Brindamore? I mean, I definitely think that next year is. I think he's got 2 years to like get over that hump. Honestly, I mean, I don't really see them parting ways with him because the whole system's built around him, and they're actually going to have money to go spend and make trades, and they have a lot of assets. Like they have so many players they could change through. Becoming a regular season team only. Nah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people would give anything just to be in the situation that Carolina is. Being able to like consistently make it, being able to consistently make it to the blah, 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 out of the first round. I mean, they've won at least one series in the playoffs for since 2019. So it's all right, Lori. Don't worry. It's all right. No, I understand. I'm emotional too. I'm emotional. It hurts. It really does hurt though. Go Panthers. Good luck to you, Maryland. Good luck. Oh, wait, you're a Blackhawks fan. Don't you have to go watch Bedard highlights or something? Let's hope Cup team, West Coast team spanks Panthers in the Cup Finals. I mean, that's what I hope. I hope so too. I hope that they can. But yeah, no, Lori, I'm right there with you. It's heartbreaking. It hurts. It's devastating to be a Canes fan right now. I mean, of course, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of silver linings that you could look back on, but like the hope that we had for this game was just too much. You still have to wrap my state. I still have to wrap for your state, Florida, even though I'm a Lightning fan. I don't know how you honestly. I don't know how you could pull for Florida if you are a Lightning fan. I feel like that's a bit of a rivalry, and that's kind of tough to do. You're a Panthers fan too. Panthers win it all. I don't know. Maybe they might win it all, but we'll have to see. Hurricanes, fortunately, too much there. So Matthew, it's hard. It really is hard. At least they went down swinging. It's true. I mean, if they would have just got swept and every game would have been like 6-1, 6-2, then like that would have completely felt different though. Game though, GG's. Yeah, good game. Carolina just doesn't get the Broncos, Florida. Just to get a lot. Wait. Oh, the bounces. I misread that. Yeah, I mean, some didn't go that way. I mean, some of the bounces didn't go the way of Carolina. There was a couple bounces that were actually pretty devastating for Carolina. And there's a couple calls that were missed, but you know, it is what it is, right? You can't deal with it. It can be frustrating, it can be devastating, but all in all, Coach Kanyemi should not have taken that penalty. That penalty kind of changed the momentum. It went the way. It was an awful situation. I mean, we were just on a power play, so your Sabres fan, I'm just hoping for playoffs. No, I get that. Sabres fans hoping for what they can get. I get that. But I mean, but I will say it says something about the culture for Carolina because Carolina fans expect more. Like at minimum, it's like win the first round. Like that is something that Carolina expects more than anything. Oilers or Starlers? I think the Oilers. I thought the Stars would be too tough to beat because of all the players that they have. I mean, getting Heiskanen back and having Mika Rantanen, like they have no excuse to lose. I love the situation Carolina's in more than the Stars because like if the Stars get knocked out, like what more can they do, right? Carolina, they've got tons of cap space, and they have a lot of stuff that they know they can improve on. It's completely different for Carolina and Dallas in that sense. Kansas fan here, you guys had an incredible run. Guys played us harder than what the record shows. Yeah, I mean, I'll say honest, like the first couple games, we weren't there. We were trying to figure out how do we replace Chatfield because of his injury, and we tried to go with Morrow. It didn't work out. The lines were not great for us, and Carolina was just like a little bit tired from the previous series, and we just couldn't get to our game, and we lost those. By the time we got to our game and realized that Nikisha needed to be in game 3, we just had a terrible collapse in that third period. And then game 4, we finally come out on top. We had a good one, and then tonight we had the lead. Had a terrible situation, but yeah, I think I'm proud that they ended this. Like I said, the overall losing streak, because that's something that Carolina needed to end that narrative. But overall, I mean, it's still frustrating. It's great for the season overall, but I'm proud that they were able to end the streak overall, Marley. But congratulations to your Panthers. Toronto should have beat the Panthers. Carolina would have matched up better with Toronto. I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, if Toronto can't win a game 7 at home, then like that's on them. I mean, that's just. I mean, as simple as that. Toronto had all the chances. They were up 2-0 in that series, and they had a game 7 at home. I mean, if Toronto can't win, they can't win. Toronto fumbled the bag, and then Florida just did what they needed to do. I think they won 3 straight. Good, woulda, shoulda. Got to 5. Talking about a different series there, but we'll see what the finals does for the Cats. I don't know though. I don't. If you play the Oilers, I don't think the Oilers are going to be. I don't know. I think the Oilers might take it all this year. I know that team is determined, and beating the Stars the way that they are, I don't know. Something's telling me Oilers are just really good. And the Oilers will be like determined. Who knows? And plus, yeah, I don't know. Kane is going to be extra. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think Heyman's injured and will not return for them. So that's pretty devastating news for them, though. Wouldn't be mad. McDavid needs one. Yeah, all depends on Skinner, to be honest. I mean, yeah, Skinner has played unreal, though. I honestly don't think he's necessarily the problem there. But yeah, Heyman's season's done. So unfortunate for that. Yeah, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. That 15,000 likes. Thank you. Game Rolanda was a problem. Yeah, I mean, he definitely struggled at first. I think he's gotten back to decency. I mean, giving up as many goals as he did, because he was in game 1 when they gave up the 5 goals in a period, right? This series. I didn't actually watch their first game. And Cosmic, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Tough. It was tough, though. Ugh. Oh. I got another drink, but I hadn't even drunk out of it. Oh. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Appreciate that. Make sure y'all follow. Good night, Good night, Redo. Good night. You're welcome. Sorry if you're Canes fan, dog. Oh no, I am. I am a Canes fan. I mean, I got the. It is what It is what it is. It hurts, but it's okay. I mean, I don't mind being on here talking or anything either. They did good. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, no, I get that. I appreciate it. I do appreciate the kind words. It's just, it's frustrating the way that they did it. I wish that they could have gotten an Eastern Conference Final win at home. And trying to push it. but I would have been as greedy as possible throughout it all. No, you're good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My shirt doesn't show up. It's because of the camera angle and everything too. It's kind of tough. It's kind of hard to get it on there and stuff. So no, you're good. You're good. There's also like, especially on TikTok, there's a lot of different on the HUD there. You've got like the it's like all kinds of different things. So there's a better view if y'all go on over to Twitch, which is Mylk TV, Mylk TV. I don't know if y'all use that, but I'm live on Twitch and YouTube as well. But yeah, man, we had like what 25-year drought before the President Trophy season of the pain. Yeah, I mean it can be tough. It really can be. It can hurt and it can be tough, but you know that's just how it is sometimes. But the Canes come out short, but that's all right. Joe Kane's not enough Canes content creators, so keep it up. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm a big Canes fan, so I've really been thinking about doing this a lot more lately. I haven't done any Canes commentary much. I've done some games in the past. Also, I had a bad thing. Thank you, Loof. I appreciate that. I'm a Carolina fan throughout pretty much everything. So like I follow all that. Thank you, Lufa Ringo. Appreciate you. Um, I would love to do some more Kane stuff. I followed some games and stuff. I had a computer problem. I built a new one. I literally built a computer myself, and I'm proud of it. I'm really proud of it. And so, really glad to have got that done. And it works fine. So more streaming for me should be happening, especially for this. But once football comes around too, I'm big into football. I'm live every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night for that. But I like to do other stuff too, though. Your name is supposed to be Lou. Lou Farid. My name is supposed to be. Oh, okay. Like the Hulk actor, but it doesn't always translate. Oh, I see. I see. I got you. Glad the Florida team won. Not me, but you know, everybody's vowed to be a fan of who they wish is the team that they wish for. Jamie, you thought, let's go Panthers. You gotta, you can't doubt your team no matter what, right? Even if it is a 3-0 deficit, you're always gonna hope to see what they can do. But GG's in the end. It was a tough one overall, but like I said, that is unfortunately how it ends. Well, the Cats didn't really dominate, but I saw someone say that the people hate the Panthers because they're from Florida. What a take. Yeah, no, I mean, there might be people that do that. I can't lie. I mean, there's a lot of beef with the state of Florida that a lot of people have in general, and it's valid. But I also think a lot of it is the play style of Florida. I mean, they're a dirty team. I mean, that's just kind of their image, right? Cats look like fire. 5-3. I mean, yeah, I got the scoreboard up there. Florida's on fire. I don't know necessarily fires the way. I honestly I don't think that they're. I mean they got some injuries and stuff too. But thank you for the rose. Appreciate that. We'll have to see what happens here. Florida's not a dirty team. I mean they're kind of known for that. I mean that's kind of like the thought because of the way that their players play. They always push the limit. They go an extra bit. They get extracurricular. I mean that's kind of just knowing what they're known for. I mean Florida fans may not think that. If there was one dirty team, it's Florida. That's what I'm saying. Florida owns Carolina. I wouldn't say that either. What do the coaches say? They eat higher? What? Eat higher. Oh, what did the coaches say to each other? It looked mean. I don't know. I are talking about Paul Maurice and Rod Brindamore. I think that they are. I don't know. They got a lot of respect for each other, but they may not have been happy. I think they were probably complaining about the refs to each other. I'll be 100% honest. I think they were probably complaining about the refs to one another. Or I mean, they could have been talking about like the way each other's teams played. I I'm not look. I'm a Canes fan and I have my bias. I don't care. A lot of people say dirty, whatever, but I'm telling you, Florida is known for their extra like dirtiness. Like that is just something that they're known for. Taking extra hits, doing extra things. For Florida, very first time. When the Stanley Cup back in the '90s, we weren't ready. Now we look like Philly. I mean, they definitely look good here. Como hired Maurice hired Rod in the first place. Rod didn't look happy, but he respects the. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, they have a lot of history. I mean, Paul Maurice in Carolina, a lot of history there. He's definitely tired, but yeah, I mean, Florida's trying to build a dynasty. You're trying to build a dynasty. You have to win multiple cups to do that. I mean, you can't go 1 for 3 and Edmonton sending Dallas home tomorrow. I think they might. They very might. I think the Oilers at worst win it in 6. But that's the thing is like I don't think that the Stars can win on the road, but I think that the Oilers can. Paul Maurice, Coach Carolina, yeah, they're proud of the Panthers tonight. They got it done, Lindsay. They got it done. Even if I'm not happy about it, they got it done. It was a tough one for them. So, I mean, well, it wasn't tough for comeback was unreal. Oh, I really frustrated with how that ended, but Carolina gave us hope. That's the problem. That's the problem. We got hope tonight, and then it just didn't do anything. You know, proud for Florida, but Carolina keep up. They may be next. I mean, they might. Carolina's got to make some changes in the offseason, get some acquisitions, and make some trades. They got money. They got money to do this. So they had me worried the whole game. But I know third period is when they perform the best. Yeah, unfortunately, Carolina just didn't show up when they needed to. Panthers going to the Cup. Let's go. There you go. Congratulations, Providence. Congratulations. Not from my team, though. Don't down the team. They will be there. I mean, we'll see. Carolina had me worried the first 2 periods. Yeah, they did me too. Time to get rid of Orlov and Morrow and trade Svetch for a more productive player. Maybe Piotr. Welcome, Piotr Kochetkov. Kotkaniemi might be gone too. I thought we were going to lose. We came out so soft. We struggled to close for lead there. You're a Bruins fan, so I'm cheering for Florida. Fair enough. But yeah, it's kind of tough. It was a tough situation overall, but you're saying Florida against Oilers. Florida takes it all. We'll see. We'll see if that's the case. I think it will be Florida versus the Oilers then. It's hard though. It's gonna be hard to see who comes out and wins that series. By the way, Nick, thank you for the likes. 21.6K, all these likes you've been contributing here. Big shout out to everybody who's gifted here tonight as well. Much appreciated, much appreciated. And then the football season's not far away there. We have banged up players now in Florida. Yeah, they've got a couple there. Not pretty. It's going to be kind of tough. But yeah, Carolina when they were up 2-0, man, vibes were good. Vibes changed quickly. Vibes changed quickly, I'll say. Uh, Oilers got some players hurt. Also, so, yeah, Heyman, right? Heyman, I think's his name. Out. He's having a surgery. He's out for the whole playoffs. So he will not return. Yeah, unfortunately, Kane's gonna have to make a lot of changes. So we'll see. We will see what they are able to do here. Paul Maurice gave Rod Brindamore a lot of respect in his post-game presser, and the Carolina Hurricanes are a well-coached team. That was Paul Maurice said that about Carolina. Providence, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate it. Unfortunate, though. Tough one, though. Tough one there. Do you think Edmonton finishes the series tomorrow? I do. I think at worst they finish it in 6. It's Aho over. Man, oh man. Tough, but proud of the Canes overall, to be honest with you. We could probably hear. Let me see. You want to hear Ron Brindamore talk? You want to hear, bro? GG's? Yeah, GG's. GG's. Let me see if I can get this. See it. And I thought the Canes were about to make a series. I was hoping so. I really thought they could, though. GG's. Let me try to add. Okay, you should be able to hear this. Let me see.
In this game tonight, what can you say about the performances of guys like Aho and Svechnikov?
Yeah, they came alive, and Seabass got us a couple of goals. He's gonna hate it that he let his center go on the one, because we talked about that play 1,000 times, and he knows it, so that's gonna eat him up, but he's an elite player for us, and we have a lot of them. I hate it for the guys because they work so hard. Jordo, Burnsy. Hopefully we get another crack at it, but those guys deserve a little better.
Last one, you're as competitive and passionate as a coach or player that I've ever interviewed. How will you handle the next few days?
Well, this is tough for anyone. Care how competitive you are when you lose out, when you get, you can taste it. But listen, Florida is a great team, and so no shame in losing to those guys. They do it right, and just really, for us, we model our game with a certain standard, and they're the ones we got to, find our game to get that much better, and that'll be our goal.
All right, thank you for this, and sorry about the loss.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear from Rod. He definitely, that's Rod fashion right there, just being the way that he is there. Florida's going to be hard to beat. They are a tough team to beat. They are. Go to the game 3. Your friends were nice. Yeah, honestly, I don't think Canes fans are mean or anything like that. They can get loud too, though. But GG's cooked. Cats of 5. Nova chain. They wanted 5 though. I think it'd be cool to see McDavid getting the second chance. I don't see the Cats losing. It'll be tough. Show all the videos. I gotta take that. The Canes need to add physical players to get to the Cup final. They've got stuff that they do need to change. They need a center. They need a 2C. They need a 2C, and they really need to figure out the goaltending situation. Very much, very much. Very much so. They need to do that. I think it'd be cool, but yeah. Glad that the fans were nice to Cook. Glad that they left a good impression, though. Is this right? Okay. Man, oh man, heartbreaking one though for sure. Yep. We'll have to see what the case is here for the Canes, what they do next. A lot of changes to do. But oh well, tough day overall. Tough one though. They will be tough to beat. I do think Edmonton might win it all though, personally, but oh well. Man, oh man, that's a tough one. I just reposted a thing with the 2025. Like, I have to mute this. But I just saw this post on there. It's tough there. Okay, had to mute it there. IG, thank you for the follow there. GG's bro, respect from Florida. Yeah, respect. Good luck to y'all in the cup. It's like showing all the different highlights from the Canes from this past year. I'll be proud of this team. I mean, honestly, this is a team that didn't have a whole lot of expectations. This was a team that definitely overperformed. I mean, there was talk. If you go back to like the start of this year, you know, there was literally people saying that Carolina wouldn't even make the playoffs this past season. Let me find the article. So, like, is Chris Kreider a center? I don't know. It's a good question. He's a winger. No, he's a winger. What? I don't know. He's left wing. He's a left wing. IG, think of the follow. I mean, you know, sometimes players can play center or something like that too, but oh man. Let's see. Trying to find this article that they had where it's like where they kind of discussed it's where they discuss like what would happen. The Limu emu. Okay, so basically, because like that did say people were saying that Carolina might. We trade KK for a bucket of pucks, right? Yeah, pretty much there. Got too happy too fast. What do you mean too happy too fast? Over the Canes today? Yeah, unfortunately, they just kind of it collapsed a little bit. Yeah, KK, horrible. I think it's time for the experiment to be over. Very devastating. Very devastating overall. I can't lie. It's just frustrating here. Got too happy too fast. We can watch another video here of Brendan Moore.
Rod, I'm just wondering, you've had unwavering belief in the way you guys play and the style of game. With the results being what they are over the last few years after successful first couple rounds and it ends up this way again, do you think at all it requires some level of change in terms of the way you guys play throughout an entire season and into the playoffs?
Like what? What do you recommend?
I just mean style of play. I'm not making recommendations.
How do you think they play? But they're the standard now.
That's a pretty dumb question, I'm not gonna lie. Made us really sweat, man. Yeah, it was tough. Carolina just couldn't get to their game, and they had 2 injuries too. It's tough. We didn't have the guys. I really feel like people don't, especially the mainstream media doesn't quite understand the Canes. Canes need to trade for Sorokin and maybe sign Mylk. Is Sorokin actually going to be available to trade for though?
And I see out, in, forecheck, hard, wait for your chance, try to capitalize. I mean, it's hard hockey. If anything, we got to figure out how to get that much to our game. But that's the standard right there. And I mean, I feel like that's been our game for a long time. They've kind of picked it up the last couple of years and made it that much better. So that's what we got to get.
Take a few more for Rod, left side, second row.
Rod,
Canes have a lot of problems with like stuff in general, and they couldn't get their guys back. I know that Florida had some guys missing, but like we had 4 rookies playing. I don't think people quite understand that either. Carolina had 4 rookies in this series, like starting in these last few games.
you
Canes
guys
always
were really physical in the first period. It seemed to wane a little bit as the second period went on. Was that them
Interesting with the
skating?
fall.
What was
Appreciate
them
that.
getting that momentum?
Canes for
Yeah.
life.
It was a backbreaker, I think, when that they got that little run and then got another one. You could just feel it's just natural. The building, everything, kind of sucked a little bit of life out of us.
Left side, third row.
Rod, given all
The
the
question again.
Left side, third row.
Rod, given all
Such a heartbreaker. It really is, Luke. It really is. Tony missed penalty. I agree. I agree. There was a lot of stuff that frustrated me too. I want to hear what he says here. That is somebody who understands Canes hockey there. Like literally, we've talked about is the turnover that Carolina had. It was so much turnover that people were saying Carolina wouldn't even make the playoffs. Carolina wouldn't even make the playoffs. But like that one right there just fully proves that like Carolina, they're in a bit of a different situation. So
Thank you. Everybody seems to like it's the craziest thing that we're this far, and it's all we're hearing is negativity from everybody. And it's when I walked this summer and with the pieces that were left this organization, I was like, I don't think we're making playoffs. I was that worried about it because it was such a mass exodus of good players to free agency, and then we were able to find good players to fill in, and then I was like, I don't know if they're that good, but they hung in there. So I got nothing but pride with this group, and yeah, we didn't love how this kind of went this series, but again, that's the standard right there. You're not giving Florida enough credit.
yeah, you're a Panthers fan. I don't know how people call Carolina bad. They have made the Eastern Conference Final in 3 of the last 4. This will be the twice in the last 3 years. We've made 3 in the last 7, but 2 times in the last 3. But y'all got to sign Stanko. We do. Stankoven needs to be signed for a long time. He was honestly our best player for this series. And we just traded for him too. And I hope that he wants to stay here because like I love the kid. I think he's great. I don't know how long his contract's through, but Logan Stankoven, I hope that he's a Carolina Hurricane for a long time. But it's just like there's a lot of stuff that we'll have to figure out, but yeah, we'll see though, right? We'll have to see, but I'm proud of the team overall, honestly. To be fair, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 5-3's final there. Carolina comes up short, unfortunately, but you know what? I'm so proud of the team, proud of the season. This is unfortunately going to be the last time I get to review their game for the year, and that's tough. That's tough, but it is what it is. Canes, decent year. The Cats going to be back-to-back champs, maybe. I wouldn't etch. You can't etch the trophy before you win. Because you've got a team coming out of Canada with Edmonton that want to compete just as much. You consider it a successful season nonetheless. Yeah, as a Canes fan, we're definitely happy with it overall. Even though there's definitely heartbreaking at the end the way that it ended. We'll definitely be proud of that overall. But it was good to see Freddie able to get his game back. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I thought we were going to have to go without Freddie with the series against the Devils. So, nevertheless, we had 4-1, 4-1, and then lost 1-4, but oh well. And we did And we got the Eastern Conference final win that we can move on from that, you know. So beat them once, we'll do it again. You can't rely on that, but broke the conference streak, which is good. Yeah, just pretty much that they don't have that narrative anymore. That's the thing. It's like just get that narrative and end it, and then it won't be as much of a problem anymore. I love this picture of Rod. That right there, that kind of sums up like how he feels about. I love Rod. I honestly don't think that we have another coach that we move on from. I love that picture. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for being here. I do appreciate all the support here tonight. Congratulations once again to the Florida Panthers fans. I'll move on. KX. It is what it is. But hey, make sure y'all follow so you don't miss stuff in the future. I might be live for the Stanley Cup. Not entirely sure. Haven't decided yet, but appreciate y'all. So I also will have some gaming streams coming up too. So be looking forward to those. And we'll have to see. Maybe we'll cover the Stanley Cup playoffs, but the Stanley Cup, I should say. We might do that. But appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys very soon.